Kia ora, hi guys, just checking in at the start of the Canadian On Snow workshop. This is titled What We Do, and the premise behind this is the CSIA have essentially revamped a new sort of skills technical model, and so Marie-Claude MC is going to be leading us through that today.
So today we're a bunch of good skiers and we love skiing, so for sure let's go ski. It's not going to be a ski lesson for you guys, but throughout our skiing we're going to set some goals and objectives and just talk about our 3 points of our skill framework. First, let's just go for a warm-up. We just had lunch, and at the bottom I'm going to ask you what is a good long or arco medium, okay? What is a good one? What is successful? And after that, we're gonna start from there. If I establish the goal with my client, which would be you guys today, and I know what needs to be achieved, so we have something to reflect upon. So just now, we have established what a good long turn or a medium turn is. Let's just all go, and personally, with our own knowledge of skiing, we can reflect on was I 100% successful, or could I improve something? Okay, and if you're here right now, I'm pretty sure that you are you have enough sensation and also a lot of self-criticism to be well, I think I could improve this in this way. So at the bottom, I'm gonna start guiding you into our way of thinking and our way of problem solving, because that would be more the Canadian method. Instead of a progression, it's more of a problem solving. Everything is very individual when we ski, when we try to improve skiers. So the goal might be the same, but the approach to each individual will be different. That's why we consider ski instructor as almost like an investigator. You know, they need to find the cause of they need to find what to improve, but for each person still linked to the objective. So we would put in our diagram, we would put the objective or the decision making, what do we want to do, in the middle. So always relate to what we want to do. And then at the top, we're going to start to talk about the ski-snow interaction, because it doesn't matter if you look super pretty and your smile is like $1 million. If nothing's happening on the snow, then it's kind of empty, you know? So we want results. We want speed. We want deflection across the run, and we want a pure carve arc and use the ski. So that's our ski-snow interaction. Now, when the ski-snow interaction is not exactly like we want it to be, then we start to think, okay, so how did my ski move, and how now do I want to move it to improve? Okay, so it's still just linked into the ski action. So tipping, twisting, and pitching. Okay. Now, once we've established that in our T-bar run, then we can start to think, and it comes a little bit naturally for us, start thinking about the body movement that will be required to move the ski that way.
So far, what we've discussed in the workshop is Canada's new sort of skill model. At the center of that model, there is decision making and the goals of the student in the lesson. At the top of the model, there is ski-snow interaction, and that's it sounds like when they're describing it, they're talking a lot about the outcome. How is the ski interacting in the snow? What is the objective, the outcome, the performance outcome? That sounds really similar to what we're discussing in New Zealand, which is really cool, creating clarity of outcome. And then they have, in the bottom left corner, they have the ski actions. I may be getting these words slightly wrong. They have the ski actions, which is pitch, so sort of up and down this way, which is yaw or twisting, and then roll, lateral. So those are the sort of 3 ski actions, and then there are body actions, and there are 3 body actions. There are lateral body actions, or as they call it, edging actions, rotational actions, and pressure control is the three body performances that control or dictate how the ski performs along those planes of movement. So really, really interesting stuff. And I'm seeing quite a lot of similarities with what we're discussing and what we're getting into.
But the learner doesn't know how it's going to affect their skiing on the snow. It's really hard for them to know if they were successful or not. So they rely like entirely on you. That's way too much work, okay? It's way better when you start to explain, when you can link the action to do to what's going to happen on the snow. So right over here, with the partner that you've exchanged or took the T-bar with, you mentioned the outcome. You can repeat it just to refresh the memory, but I want you guys to follow each other. Because the run is quick, let's do 2 laps, okay? So 1 lap I'll follow my partner, and the other lap my partner will follow me.
So as MC is leading us through this this workshop, making sure that we're being really clear with what the outcome is. MC's used that word a lot. The outcome is based on the ski-snow interaction. Then from that, we're talking about the desired ski performances, you know, when we've reflected what area within there feels like it needs improvement, and then what body movements or body actions, what's going to have the best positive effect on that changing ski performance. I see so many similarities now in what the Canadian is presenting to what we're talking about. I mean, our on snow is about clarity of outcome and feedback to engage the learner so the learner has more control of their path. So, you know, the whole clarity piece from us, it's very, very similar here to the Canadian. So I think that's really, really cool. Shows some alignment without any sort of discussion between the associations. It just shows a pretty cool alignment that we're all moving towards the same goal here. And it's really understanding the ski performance and what is the desired outcome, because if we have the outcome, then we have something to teach, something to work towards. And yeah, that's wicked.
When you have this understanding in between you and the understanding from your learner, then it's easy after that. All you have to do is like keep on working on the same point, change environment, get them to be successful, and boom. So the skill framework is used a lot with our collaborative teaching approach, okay? Like both of them are very interrelated. And when you use the skill framework also to explain to an instructor how to assess and develop, it starts to empower them and to be able to like detect what they want to, like choose what they want to see with the client and detect what they're seeing, but also after that, like finding solution with the learner. And yeah, that would be the advantage. The ski and snow interaction, we have a kind of a spectrum, okay? It's a little bit like a rainbow. One extremity would be like pure carving, and then the other extremity would be drifting. So if you know brocage, that would be like pure drifting. And then in between the pure drift and the pure carve, we got a very large spectrum of different turns that you want to achieve, depending on the terrain, depending on the level of the skiers. That's clear. And then the more you drift, the more you have friction, okay? But less change of direction. And the more you have some carving, the more you have speed and change of direction, okay? By using the shape of the ski. Body movement, what I wanted to talk about is that, I don't know if you noticed, but I haven't been really specific with body movement. That can go with your knowledge of biomechanics. So it depends of each instructor and instructor level, but it also depends a lot of the person that's in front of you. I don't know if you noticed, but we all have very different bodies. But if I compare you to me, for example, you're way taller and your shape is different. So what will affect the ski in a certain way, like a movement for you that will affect the ski in a certain way, maybe for me will be different, okay?
Kia ora, hi guys, I'm here with MC in the gondola, and MC's leading the What We Do on Snow clinic today for the CSIA. So I guess if you could just key points,
yeah,
and how it relates to guest experience.
Yeah, so we use the skill framework with the collaborative teaching approach, which is our teaching approach. But the skill framework links 3 things. It links the ski-snow interaction, so what we want to achieve on the snow, and then how the ski moves, so the ski action, and how the body moves, the body movement linked to the ski action. So when we link those 3 points together, we feel like we have a better understanding of what the learner has to do and what outcome will happen. So in the end, a better learning opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you very much,
Thank
Nancy.
you.